Hello all, welcome back to Editorial Analysis and Answer Writing Practice at 9 p.m. Friends, if you are watching this video series for the first time, then please watch my intro video given in the playlist to know how to participate in this answer writing program. It is open to all. In 2020, the Union Cabinet approved the National Education Policy 2020. So government came with a new education policy which replaced the old 1986 policy which was approved by Union Cabinet. And the central government is actively taking efforts to implement this national education policy. However, states like Tamil Nadu and others, they are not interested in implementing the national education policy in the current form. And they are going to the next level where they are looking for bringing back education from concurrent list to state list to have complete autonomy over education. In this backdrop, many newspaper articles were discussing about the challenges and difficulties in implementing the national education policy in the present form. So now we will keep all the politics away. We will discuss this topic purely from our UPSC exam point of view. So first we will understand about the features, that is the important highlights of this national education policy. This national education policy is focusing on both school education as well as higher education. So we will look at the features of school education. The main aim of this policy is to achieve a 100% gross enrollment ratio in school education by 2030. It aims to change the current curriculum system of 10 plus 2 structure into 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 structure. The policy also aims to bring vocationalization of education from 6th standard, which also aims to introduce 3-language formula at school level. And also it pushes for regional language based learning, home language based learning, at least for 5th standard or preferably till 8th standard. So learning through mother tongue till 5th standard or preferably till 8th standard. This national education policy at school level is also aiming to achieve foundational literacy at primary school level. By 3rd standard, to be more precise, the government wanted to achieve this foundation literacy. Foundation literacy deals with basic arithmetic, basic learning, basic reading, basic writing, like that. Right? And also it aims to strengthen the B.Ed courses. Teachers' capacity should also be improved. So changing B.Ed, regular 3-year B.Ed degree into a 4-year B.Ed professional course, this is also a part of this national education policy. To also address the creative pursuits of the children, the policy also aims to set up exclusive schools for this creative purpose also. This is with respect to some important highlights of school education. Okay, with respect to higher education, this national education policy also focuses on higher education. So this national education policy aims to achieve a 50% gross enrollment ratio, 50% gross enrollment ratio by 2035 in higher education. For school education, the target is 100% gross enrollment ratio, but for higher education, the target is 50%, achieving 50% gross enrollment ratio. The policy also aims to bring some flexibility in the courses. Okay, some creative combinations should be encouraged. There should be multiple entry and exit points in the higher educational institutions. Academic bank of credit should be created for encouraging this flexible options. Let's say I study in a college for 2 years, suddenly I am dropping out for some reason. Now I want to enter into college system again. There should be some facility. And we should also promote creative combination of subjects in the graduation process. For all those, this education policy is actually encouraging. The policy is also trying to bring some autonomous for the private educational institutions on a phased manner. On a phased manner, the affiliated colleges will be becoming self-autonomous colleges. They will become self-degree providing colleges. Right? So in a state, we'll have many private colleges. They will have affiliation to a particular university. Okay, let us say engineering colleges in Tamil Nadu, majority of them will have an affiliation to Anna University. Right, but the policy says in a phased manner such affiliation will be removed. The colleges will become self-degree providing colleges. Right, so this policy also aims to set up a higher education regulator. Okay, leaving medical colleges, leaving law colleges, For all other colleges, there will be a common higher education regulator which will be focusing on standard setting, quality, ensuring grants, ensuring outcome, etc. Right? And this policy also aims to encourage the top Indian institutions to set up their base in abroad, and also aims to encourage the top 100 global institutions to set up their base in India as well. The policy also aims to set up a national level research foundation to spur the innovation entrepreneurship at college level. Right. So these are some important features. There are many features. Okay, I will give you notes as usual, you know. Okay, the notes I have given some more features also, but I have highlighted the most important ones. These features also have some issues. I have picked these highlights. Okay. And also, yes, the policy is also suggesting that at least 6% of GDP has to be allocated for education. Okay, so it is also highlighting how much funding should go for education as well. So this is about the policy, friends. Now, what is the issue? First, we will look at the general issues with respect to this policy. See, we were discussing about a 3-language formula. We were discussing about vocationalization of education from 6th standard to take the 3-language formula, right? Now, forget about urban centers in rural areas where even today the dropout is high because a lot of students, they feel education as a burden. It is the responsibility of the government to bring some motivation and help them to finish their school education. Now, adding a 3rd language might put a burden, and that might result in dropout, which has to be carefully handled. With respect to vocationalization of education, what kind of skill training will be given for a 6th standard student? Whether we are going to give any skill training based on the new age technologies like artificial intelligence, will they be ready for it? On what basis we are going to give it? So all those are something which is being largely questioned. Now, this national education policy is a overall shift. Let's say school education, we are currently following 10+2 strategy, but now they are coming up with 5+3+3+4 strategy. To understand that 5+3+3+4 only, it is going to take a lot of time. Around 60-70% of the educational institutions, be it school or colleges, it is private. So without private cooperation, implementing this successfully also is going to be a challenge. So making the private institution to understand the changes and make them to implement is going to be a challenge. Right? There can be regional differences. How one size can fit for all, how one policy can fit for all. Different states would have achieved different levels of educational achievement. Right? Different states needs different levels of policy measures. Okay, so one policy is fitting for the entire country, how it is going to be. Right, and also the policy is focusing on the home language, the mother tongue till 5th standard, preferably till 8th standard. See, in the current globalized era, when English has become the world language, in this backdrop, right, opportunities are, it is not just English will give you opportunities, but a lot of opportunities are directly or indirectly connected with English. So this vernacular based language, the local, the home language based education might make the students difficult to adopt to this English language maybe in future. So there are some challenges. Okay, we are not saying, or the discussions is not saying that this is not impossible, but there are some challenges that are being highlighted. And what about the finance? Now, central government, state government, they have to bring this changes. They have to bring some infrastructural changes. All this requires money. So there's a financial constraint, right? Apart from that, states also feel that this national education policy is a direct attack on the powers given to the states. See, this education is in concurrent list. It is not in union list. That means state government has powers, central government has powers. A national level education policy, what does it mean? Right? Implementing that national level education policy in all the states, what does it mean? Education is not in union list, it is in concurrent list. That means state have their autonomy. If this national education policy is implemented all over the country, then this might not make the states feel that their powers are being compromised. So the states are feeling that their powers are being compromised. That is why states like Tamil Nadu, they are vocal on bringing back the education from concurrent list to state list. So states cooperation is also very, very important. Private players cooperation also very, very important. Finance is also very, very important. This national education policy requires a revolutionary acceptance. This policy itself aims to bring revolutionary change, right? So to bring some change from the existing system, we need an overall change in mindset. The attitude has to be changed. The current system, education system, has made the people thinking little rigid, changing their mindset. Okay, that itself is going to become challenging, right? So all these are the issues in implementing the national education policy, right? You tell me what is your opinion, right? Whether this national education policy has to be implemented, whether we should have only one education policy or should we have different education policy for different states. See, we can definitely implement national education policy, but at the same time, this should not be implemented without any broader consensus. Central government should take active efforts to win the confidence of the states, like how GST was implemented by bringing the confidence of the states. Central government should also win the confidence in this aspect also. So in this aspect, in this direction, central government has started PM Shri School, where in those schools all over the country, government is implementing the national education policy to prove to the states that this national education policy will improve the outcome, will improve the learning outcome. Right. So like this, central government, without affecting the federal relationship with the states, by ensuring broader consensus, by also properly educating the private players, and also by bringing full awareness to the people, and also ensuring some amount of flexibility and autonomy in modifying this education policy for the states. Of course, there are some flexibilities, but by also taking into account of the state's opinion, because one size fits for all cannot work in a country like India, a diverse country like India. Right? Different region needs different levels of policy initiatives. So accommodating those inputs from the states, right, without mainly affecting the federal relationship, this policy has to be implemented. So government is aiming to bring a complete change in the education system. This change is a welcome change, but this change should not be at the cost of risking all other existing stable system. This change should not affect the federal relationship between center and state. This change should be brought in by bringing some broader consensus among the federal units. Right, so as I said, you can also comment your opinion whether this national education policy, what is your feeling about this features. Okay, if you have any inputs, you can give in the comment section. Okay, right, if you have any strategies also, you suggest what central government can do, how state government can accommodate their interest also in this existing national education policy. Anyhow, now based on our discussion, I will give you a question. The most significant hurdle in the successful implementation of the National Education Policy 2020 lies in building consensus and gaining the support of states to embrace this comprehensive reform. Discuss. So it's a 10-marker question, so you plan your answer for 150 words. Right, friends, I hope you got some clarity on this topic. Also, please go through the notes which I am giving in the pinned comment section. I will see you in next video with another interesting editorial analysis. Till then, bye. Take care.